What is up, YouTube? We are back with another episode of Nephew Reacts to Scrub Quotes. If you don't know what Scrub Quotes are, they basically are just really bad takes from people that think they know what they're talking about, but just are spewing absolute nonsense. And sometimes that nonsense is just so funny that it deserves to be made fun of, and that is what we are here today to just look at some of the best Scrub Quotes from the past month and have a good chuckle while we talk about them. Starting off the Scrub Quotes, Spirit of Bardock starts a chat with the guy we have here. Accept the invite, coward. Just what I thought. You're too scared now. Where's all that bravado that you showed against a character I barely play? And you know, Kyle is just happy to play. Like, he enjoys playing the fighting game. He just thought they had a good set and wants to run it back. So he's like, all right, give me a sec. How do I join a friend's room? And then presumably they play. Kyle beats Spirit of Bardock and says, that was fun, GG. And Spirit of Bardock follows it up. You're a complete sack of beep, and I hope you get beeped by a bat with nails. So, I mean, he was very confident going into it. He thought that he was some hot stuff, but he got humbled really quickly. And as the scrub that he is, he did not accept his defeat very gracefully. As you can see, he just got mad about it. Following along the same line, you might have thought that the last one was, you know, a teensy little bit aggressive. This one maybe even more so. He made a tweet, said, GG's at blank. Your 6M mix, mash on wake up, DP on wake up, dragon rush on wake up, command grab and neutral, running away with DP characters, and 2-3 frame delay on PS4 net play. Your obvious instant at area dash mix out of spark, your down tech counter, DP, etc. has made me punch a hole in my wall on my birthday. So first, I'm kind of sorry about that. You spend your birthday, you know, that should be like one of the best days of the year for you. You spent that being salty at Dragon Ball Fighters instead of, you know, enjoying the game maybe. So yeah, that kind of sucks for you. The second thing is, like, that's freaking terrifying that someone can be that angry and salty over losing in a match that didn't even matter. Like, it's actually just a ranked match and he's getting that upset. Like, I would not want to play that guy in tournament, bro. If I know that this guy would punch a wall over a ranked set, who knows what he's gonna do in tournament if I DP on wake up. Like, I might just DQ myself out of the bracket if it's just a local tournament. I'm not trying to deal with that. And the third thing is that it's not just that he punched the hole in the wall, it's the fact that he took a picture of this hole and posted it on Twitter thinking that he was doing something. Like, in his mind, he was like, bro, this is how random you are. You're so random that you made me, such a genuine good guy, punch a hole in the wall on my birthday. But in actuality, he's the crazy one, and everyone else can see that now that he posted it on Twitter. So I was in some Wi-Fi tourney, and I fought a TO, the only TO, named Yumochu. Apparently, he couldn't handle losing to my Pocket Roy, so he decides to abuse his TO permissions and put it as his win, then proceeds to DQ me from losers. So he didn't just stop at like his win, he was so salty about the win that he DQ'd Key from losers as well. And then he blocked me when I tried to talk to him about it. And here you can see the Smash GG screenshot. He said GG's, you know, he played a respectable game. You say GG's, that's the honorable thing to do. Then Yumochu, the TO, has disputed the reported game results. And he's just like, WTF, please report the set correctly. And that's just like super messed up from the TO. First of all, that he thought that that was okay. You know, he won the set, but I deserve the win and I'm the TO, so I should just get to change it. The second thing that I really don't understand is how the TO thought he would get away with this. Like, he just thought he was not going to challenge it, and maybe he's just going to be like, oh, you know, I thought I won my set, but maybe I just remembered it incorrectly. Like, the TO, he knows what he's talking about. He reported the score. So, you know, I'm just going to move on in the losers bracket, and that's okay. Like, obviously he's going to dispute it. He's not dumb. This next guy said, GG, jumping 20 times per round can make you win, especially with a grappler. And the grappler player said, work on your anti-airs then. GG's. because you know the reason that he lost is not because the opponent jumped, it's because the opponent jumped and he couldn't anti-air, you know. But a scrub, you know, it's so obvious to us people with brains, but a scrub can't comprehend that. So instead he said, "But will you progress?" question mark, smiley face. And the grappler player responded, "Why would I stop doing something you can't beat? Also very true, blame your lack of anti-airs." But this amount of logic, the scrub's not going to be able to handle. Just keep spewing nonsense. And I think he just exposed himself as someone that thinks that flowcharts are how you play the game. He's not understanding that this player, the grappler player, is adapting to the way he plays. Since the grappler player sees that he can't anti-air, he's going to jump. So this guy Senku lost and said, "Are you actually a girl?" To which a simp, I guess, responded, "Yeah." And Senku said, "Cause if you are, we're going to have to run that setback." So obviously that comment was a little bit questionable. A little bit questionable, you might think. You know, a little bit sexist. And Dry Guy said, he butted in, "Did losing to a woman make it worse? I don't understand." You know, we just need a little bit of clarification on if Senku is actually being sexist or maybe there's a misunderstanding. But he just responds yes, just blatantly admitting that he is sexist. He believes that women shouldn't be able to beat him, and that it makes it worse than losing to a man somehow. I don't really see how Senku saw this question and didn't question his own thinking. Like maybe I'm not thinking right. Like, you know, maybe it shouldn't be worse that I lose to a woman because women can also be good at games. He just like, no, you know, I'm right about this. Women can't be good at games. So just blatantly admitting his sexism and very shameless about it actually. So kind of crazy. People who lab fighting games ruin them. These are the type of people that just say that fighting games are all about mashing, but when it comes to them playing against someone that isn't only mashing, they lose. And they're like, what? I thought fighting games were only supposed to be mashing, but this guy is not just mashing. Oh, so you know what the problem is that they're ruining the game. It's not that I'm playing the game wrong. No, fighting games, you know, they're still mashing. That's all you do. It's the person that's trying to get better at it and actually learn how to play. Nah, they're doing something wrong. It's not the mashing. Mother effers when they say GG after being a greasy tryhard and stomping the whole lobby using the most meta exploiting tactics. Apparently tactics is a bad word now. Apparently you're not supposed to be using strategy when you're trying to win at a fighting game. God forbid you use your brain. If you have a brain, you must be super greasy. Like only people that are super greasy tryhards want to use their brain. So, you know, maybe they're onto something. Yeah, I can't really take up for spammers. Fighting with honor is way more important to me than a win regardless of the situation. Fighting games are devolving to people that just spam or use cheese to win, and that's not the way to play games or fight. Again, scrubs just be making up rules for how to play the game that are not the actual rules. The rules for a fighting game is just whatever the game allows. That's the actual rules. But they have like this delusion that people are supposed to follow a rule set that they just made up. Like, oh, you're not supposed to spam, you're not supposed to throw people, you're not supposed to do combos. You know, these are all common sense rules, but they're not actually actual rules. They just make them up in their head and they think that they're how to play the game, and they say that people that don't play like that are not honorable. And you know, just don't listen to these people. They don't know what they're talking about. Oh look, yet another scorpion who just low blocks and grabs. How original. Balanced gameplay is apparently when you can just low block all game and get free 13 to 18% all the time. If they're saying that's all the time, that means they're the ones being random and doing punishable things on block. And then they're calling the person blocking random. The person doing the proper thing and blocking is random, while they who are doing unsafe things is playing the game correctly. It's a little bit backwards to me, but This guy, he has a MK thing in his Discord, so I think he knows what he's talking about. Can't really question him. I mean, if it's a 2D fighting game, it's pretty much a Tekken-like, you know, Tekken, the 3D fighting game. So then the guy below him, you know, he's just trying to get a better understanding of what this guy is talking about. I don't quite follow you with it being a Tekken-like. I've not heard that term before, but I guess a game would be 3D to fall into that category. And then Max Cavalera doubles down. What I mean, you know, I need to clarify this, obviously, because you're misunderstanding. What I mean is if there's player 1 on the left and player 2 on the right, which is basically like any fighting game, that's a Tekken-like fighting game. So he's just not understanding that there are so many more fighting games, and Tekken-like and 2D just they don't go together because Tekken is 3D. So this is a comment to the Project L update announcement where they were saying that they were going to punish rage quitting, and I actually was having trouble understanding this quote at first. He said, "Oh no, they're really going to implement their effing lever buster system in a 1v1 setting, won't they?" And I was like, what is a lever buster? Is that a league? Is that a league term? But lever buster, I'm pretty sure he's saying is rage quitting, and he's coming up with a more proper term, a lever instead of a rage quitter, to make it seem more okay. You're just exposing yourself as a rage quitter that wants to rage quit against other people and not finish the match if you're against this. Like, why would you want people to be able to rage quit? That just doesn't make sense. So this quote is in response to Rob TV making a list of the best Street Fighter V players in NA, North America, the continent North America, which includes both the United States of America and Canada. Just to be clear, in case you know some of you in the comments didn't know what NA was, but I'm pretty sure anyone that watches my channel, you know, you got at least 2 brain cells. You know NA is a continent. I actually did state my opinion, but okay. Why is Canada in a North American list? As much as NA wants to claim Drake and Putin, we really can't, cause it's separate. I mean, there's just not much to say here. People were smoking him in the replies, cause obviously it's just not correct. Canada is in North America, the continent, but like, bro, come on. You're making us Street Fighter players look bad. Whether it be Battle for the Grid or Guilty Gear or any fighting game, there's always hashtag wall spammers who call themselves skilled, but really y'all just pinning someone to a wall. That's not skill, that's just trash. So apparently cornering someone and taking advantage of the corner is hashtag wall spamming. Even in traditional fighting sports, taking control of the center is like an important thing, right? So in fighting games, that's also a part of the game, taking someone to the corner and trying to strategically press your advantage there. But no, that's not skill. That is hashtag wall spamming. And you know, I agree with him. I never thought about it like this before, that we were just hashtag wall spammers. I think I agree with it. Let's get some hashtag wall spammers in the comments. We gotta get rid of these hashtag wall spammers, you know? And let's just round it out with this Tekken player Kaz, who over the course of a year called 36 characters out of I think like 50 characters in the game annoying, except for Steve. I'm assuming Kaz is a Steve main. He said Steve is not annoying, but he called everyone else annoying. Fang is so effing annoying to fight. Dragunov is effing annoying. Marduk is probably the most annoying character. Nina is effing impossible to fight, so annoying. Kazuya is massively annoying to fight. Lily is just intensely annoying to fight. Geese is so annoying. Julia is also really annoying. Akuma mad annoying. Okay, Lydia is annoying. And that's kind of poetry if you think about it. That was kind of bars if you read it all at once. that's gonna round it out for this installment of Nephew Reacts to Scrub Quotes. Let me know which was your favorite scrub quotes out of this bunch. I think I picked a couple of good ones this month, and I hope you guys enjoyed them. As always, leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. Over 60% of you are not subscribed, and I post great videos multiple times a week, so be sure to subscribe and not miss a single one.